Yep, Charlamagne the God. My guy Andrew Schulz is in Australia. Actually, he's got shows in Australia. Just letting y'all know right now. He's got shows in Australia this week. Next week is Thanksgiving, so he'll be out the country and I'll be out the country. So sadly, there will probably be no Brilliant Idiots episode next week. But, this week, I'm here doing what I did a couple of weeks ago when I was doing Asking Idiots. So it's me, and I got the good sister Ivy Rivera here.
Hey, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time, and today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. There are no hidden fees or price hikes, and all websites are optimized for mobile, and it's so simple. Start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it your own. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase. Let's start the show. Big Ivy, not the little one.
We love a man that could read.
I'm a pretty good reader. My mother was an English teacher. You know what I mean? So I read a lot growing up.
That's very impressive.
Book It program, Judy Blume, Beverly Clearly. What you know about that?
Well, I know a little bit about that.
Ivy, you've been cooking. You've been cooking. You ain't been on Brilliant Idiots in a while.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Because you let me fly, and I've been flying.
Man.
You threw me into the air, and it's just been up.
Man, Ivy. Okay, where do we start? Where do we start with the? Oh, matter of fact, let me light my candles.
Light the candles. Set the vibe.
Oh, there go the light.
We got some Palo Santo over here.
I got my big light in the my bag though. The torch. There you go. But where do we begin, Ivy? Where do we begin with Ivy Rivera?
Wherever you want to begin.
Well, what did I just see? I just saw that Diddy's Love album was nominated for a Grammy.
Yes. That's progressive R&B album.
You have played a very instrumental role in that album.
Yes.
Tell us your role in that album.
So I was kind of all hands on deck. He launched Love Records within the same time of this curation of his album. And I've been there from day one, putting campaigns together, just being of moral support, but more so just like being a lead in a lot of the activations around the release of his album. So it's been great to be a part of this entire process and watch it get a nomination.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what I look at you as, Ivy. I always, when we have conversations behind the scenes, I always say that, there's certain people who have that executive energy. Because everybody we see now that's in these positions, whether it's A&R or, CEO of such and such, like these curators of culture, that move things behind the scenes, you have that energy in a real way. Like I would consider you a lifestyle specialist. I think that is a term. I think Kenny Burns coined that term.
He definitely did.
And when I see that, I'm like, yeah, that's what Ivy is. Ivy is a lifestyle specialist.
Yeah. I know it's like confusing for a lot of people because they don't know what that means. But like, it's really just bringing a brand to life and using yourself as a vessel as to like what we experience, behind the scenes. So a lot of people who follow me got to really go along this journey because I was the face and the voice of that entire experience. And it was definitely one that I will never forget.
And I think Diddy had you around, because you a vibe.
Yeah.
Not just from music, fashion, and just what's going on, currently.
And that's also hard to justify when you gotta deal with the corporate stuff, right? Because it's like, I want Ivy around because she's a vibe. Like, how do you put that on paper? I've been blessed with the opportunity to curate my space and kind of give myself things to be held accountable for. But given the freedom to just really create my career under his wing was a blessing.
You're a curator, a culture, a lifestyle specialist. Also with Ivy, let me see. When did I meet Ivy? I met Ivy in 2016, right?
Something like that. No, I feel like was it? No, like 2018, 2019. I hit you up in 2015. So it was definitely 2018, 2019 vibes.
No, before that.
Let's look up. When did you come out with your book?
The first one came out in 2016. So it was
really?
Yep. First one came out in 2016. Second one came out in 2017.
Wow.
So it was 2016. And if I don't want to tell Ivy's complete story, but you've probably heard it if you've heard her on a podcast or something like that. But where do I want to begin with this? I want to talk about you and Angie Martinez because you're up here now and people are like, okay, Ivy's here. This is Breakfast Club Studio. You know, people know that. But you're up here because you actually work at Power 105.1.
Yes, I'm on air. And now I'm working with Angie. So if you want to hear me on air, you can hear me overnights, Thursdays and Fridays from 2 to 5. And then I got the mornings on Sunday from 8 to 12 p.m. But now I'm working with Angie as a creative producer.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm just kind of like helping amplify whatever she has going on, you know, adding my sauce, giving my insight. And it's just great to like work under her and with her. The fact that she trusts me in that aspect is crazy. I never thought we'd even be here. Right?
That's exactly who you should be with. You should absolutely be with Angie Martinez.
No, she's the GOAT.
100%.
Absolutely. I give big GOAT energy at this point. From you to Angie to Puff, like, wow, it's very surreal.
But when I think about the person who tweeted me in 2015, the person who came to my book signing in 2016, you were very clear on what it is you wanted. You were very clear on what you wanted to do. And I think that people don't realize that's all it takes sometimes. You don't have to have all the details. You don't even have to have the nuance of what it is you want to do. Like, I want to do radio. You knew that. And you manifested it.
I didn't think this was going to be about me. You're making me emotional.
No. We're gonna get into the Asking Idiots.
Great.
I want to set the stage. You know what I'm saying? The reason I'm setting the stage because see, the Brilliant Idiots listeners, they used to like to shit on you. You know what I mean?
OD.
So that's what I'm saying. I gotta let them know. You gotta let them know, y'all motherfuckers just be wrong. You know what I mean?
Me now.
That's all I'm saying. Some Brilliant Idiots listeners used to like to shit on Ivy. So I'm just like, yo, let me let y'all see what Ivy's doing right now. Yeah. That's all.
Shout out to my haters. Sorry that you couldn't phase me.
That's all I'm saying. So it's like I said, to see you tweet me from 2015 and in 2023, you are in the mix in such a big way, and just getting started, like really just scratching the surface of what's coming for Ivy Rivera. It's just it's happy. I like to see it, is what I'm saying.
Thank you, Charla. I couldn't have done it without you. Let me give you some flowers too, because you've been very instrumental in just like guiding me and giving me the insight and the platform to fly, and you are irreplaceable in my life.
Hey man, I love you so much, Ivy, and all I think I ever ask in return is for y'all to be great. Because this is how you pop your shit. Like I'm not a shit talker. You know, as far as like, oh, we doing this, we doing that. I like to show and prove through actions and deeds. So they can see you. They'll see you at the Grammys. You're going to be fly as fuck.
Hello.
Who knows what outfit you're going to have on.
Shit, I don't even know. I don't be knowing until like an hour before.
And we can get into some Asking Idiots. And this is some good question. I didn't even make this up, Ivy. This is real. Follow Up Company Jack says, what was your breakthrough moment career-wise?
Ooh. Breakthrough moment career-wise. Dang, that's a loaded question. Start with you.
I think everybody knows my breakthrough moment career-wise. Well, I'm not going to say everybody, but my breakthrough moment career-wise was definitely working with Wendy Williams. 100%. Because I was in Columbia, South Carolina, which was market number 93. And to go from market number 93 to market number 1 and, get to sit next to one of the greatest media personalities of all time, that was 100%, my breakthrough moment career-wise. Because without that situation, I don't end up doing morning radio in Philadelphia because they hired me based off the work that I put in with Wendy. And then if I don't do morning radio in Philly, I don't end up on Breakfast Club. So 100% my breakthrough moment career-wise was when I took the opportunity to work with Wendy Williams. For no money, by the way. I worked with Wendy for a year and a half for free. They was like, yo, we can give you a place to stay. And I had a place to stay. And I figured it out in New York.
I feel that. I was literally talking about how like the opportunity is bigger than the check sometimes. Like even today, like I'll still do things for free. I'm not doing all things for free, but it's like if you look at the bigger picture of things, you're going to always do things for the love sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just about creating those boundaries. But one of the things I don't like to talk about a lot, which was actually one of my biggest breakthroughs, was Hustle in Brooklyn.
Oh, shit.
Hustle in Brooklyn.
I forgot about Hustle in
Exactly.
Brooklyn.
That changed everything.
I never knew that, really.
It changed. I remember when you met me, I was a coordinator at E1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm working at a label. Now I'm 6 months into this job.
When I met you. You got that later on.
No, you met me. I was still working at a label when we started. I was going on lunch breaks to be on Brilliant Idiots.
Oh, you're right. Damn. Yep.
And then that opportunity came, and then we already established our friendship, and that's how we got that episode with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that changed everything because around that time is when I got my first brand ambassador deal with Cavassier.
Mm-hmm.
I went on tour with them, and that was still around the time of when the show debuted. So I was really going city to city. And then that was the beginning of everything for me, because then I got on your show a few more times after that, and people started to like really notice me because of my presence on television.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest was history.
Yo, that's crazy. Man, it's so funny how God works, because you get on a show like Hustle and Flow and you end up getting the
Hustle in Brooklyn.
What I said?
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle in Brooklyn. And then you get the ambassador deal with Cavassier, but all of that, you've done like how many more ambassador deals since then?
3.
3? God damn. I be getting that fucking money, man.
I learned from you.
I be getting that money. Michael _ says, what's something you guys believe that most people disagree with you about?
Pumpkin pie.
You gotta cut it up. Nobody eats pumpkin pie. That's not real. I don't believe that's a real thing.
Pie.
I don't believe
I don't
that.
care.
I believe you're just saying that because it's around Thanksgiving time. You don't even hear about pumpkin pie until this time of year. Nobody talks about pumpkin pie ever.
It's the best season. Pumpkin spice.
Why though?
I don't know. It's just so good. I'm like a fan of cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I taste it more in pumpkin pie than I do in sweet potato. Not saying that I don't like sweet potato pie, but I would go for the pumpkin pie. I don't know. Unpopular opinion.
Ugh.
Fight me.
Ugh.
What about you? It's really not that deep. They don't taste drastically different.
I've never had. I don't even think I've ever had it.
So you need to have it. You can't talk about something you never tried.
That's why, if it was so good,
like,
I would have tried it. Like I've never even had like a word of mouth recommendation for it. Like, I'm serious, because everything is about sweet potato pie, and it's like pumpkin pie was kind of like sweet potato pie's like, slow cousin. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, the slow cousin.
It's like we never. It's just like you're there and you look like family, but we don't really fuck with you like that. Like, not saying we don't fuck with the slow cousin. You know what I mean?
I'm a fan of the underdog.
I'm not saying that we don't fuck with the slow cousin. Walk your slow cousin to the park. You know what I mean? Put his helmet on, make sure he's good. But all I'm simply saying is pumpkin pie ain't it.
Oh my God.
It ain't it.
Well, it is to me.
What's something you guys believe that most people disagree with you about? I mean, I feel like it's so many things. Like, I mean, we have conversations and it's a lot of things I don't be agreeing with. What's something you guys believe that most people disagree with you about? I have no idea. What? I can breathe underwater. You know what? I'll tell you something.
What in the merman is going on?
I'll tell you something. Andre 3000 does not have to do a solo rap album to be considered one of the greatest MCs of all time.
1,000%.
People feel like he has to give us this solo album. Like, everybody's upset because he put out the track list for his album New Blue Sun. Mm-hmm. And he said it's no bars. He said I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. So it's not a rap album. I think it's all instrumentation. It's all instrumentals, like him playing the flute. And
he's just in his creative bag.
And that's how I feel. I feel like Andre 3000.
He doesn't need to prove nothing anymore.
Nothing. He's given us everything. He owes us nothing. You know what I mean? If you want to hear Andre 3000 bars, go listen to every Outkast album you want. Go listen to all his guest features. I don't need raps from Andre 3000. Like, this does not disappoint me. He's an artist. And when you're an artist, you should be able to express your art in whatever way you see fit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I mean, his album announcement kind of took me by surprise. Not that I don't want to hear it, but I'm just like, why? I prefer you off the radar. And that's with no offense. Like, I just love the mystique. I love to know nothing about you, because I feel like that makes me love you more. It keeps you goated. Now I feel like in this time, it's not going to be received the way that his music was received at one point. Because we're in such a microwave society, I don't know where this is going to go. But my prediction is a good 2 weeks. You're going to get a few tweets and off with the win.
I say 2 days, but that's just the world we live in. I even think about stuff like that when it comes to like the Love album. Like the Love album is by far probably the best body of work that came out R&B wise, this year. But it's just like, people talked about it for a second, but then it just kind of like
drifted
came and
away.
went. People don't appreciate good art anymore. I think people care more about people's personal life and what they got going on than they do the actual art that they present nowadays.
1,000%. Like, even in the case of Diddy, like, the Love album was a good amplification to the story of him and Carisha, because they care about him and Carisha more than they do about the music. And a lot of people in this generation, especially like Carisha's demographic, they don't really know him to be the rapper producer. They know him as the mogul, the guy who already got money. So, for us who have been a part of his music history, it was exciting, like people could embrace it wholeheartedly because it was good music, but there's a younger demographic that's looking at him like, okay, and you have a good song and we're moving on. What happened with you and Carisha? Did you get a new Chanel?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Do you think people like to shit on you just because you're successful?
Yes.
Like if you're somebody like Diddy, like they're not even going to give anything you do a real shot, a fair shot?
No, they love to see you fail more than they love to see you win.
That's a fact.
It's crazy. They wait on you to fail.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't even know what's considered. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to guys like Diddy or Andre 3000, what's considered failure? They're home already. They made it. So everything they're doing at this point is just for the sport. Like,
freedom.
It's freedom. And I've always, the thing I used to hate the most about artists is when they had a certain level of success that they were still like doing the normal shit artistically. You know what I mean? They were still trying to make like records like everybody else was making, or like, for me, it's just like, when you get to a certain point, make the music you want to make. That's why I love people like Kendrick Lamar. That's why I love what Jay-Z did with 444. That's why I love what Diddy did with the Love album. And I'm going to listen to this Andre 3000 album I'm going to be so open-minded about it because I don't have any expectation for Andre 3000. I don't know what Andre 3000 is in 2023.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't tell you.
So if this is what you want to give us, I'm
open.
More than okay with it. More than okay. All right, let me stop and pay some bills. DoorDash, everyone deserves to feel like a VIP. And with Dash Pass from DoorDash, you can. Dash Pass members get $0 delivery fees and up to 10% off eligible DoorDash orders, including groceries, drinks, personal care items, and more. Sign up for Dash Pass today. Use code IDIOTS and get 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $12 or more after signing up for Dash Pass. Subject to change, terms apply, okay? Dash Pass makes delivery even more worth it, helping members save more than $35 per month on average. Plus, Dash Pass delivers way more than just tonight's dinner, including special access to experiences, promotions, and Dash Pass exclusive menu items, all for only $9.99 a month. Sign up for Dash Pass now and you'll get your first month free. Put a little joy back into your schedule. Sign up for Dash Pass today. Use code IDIOTS and get 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $12 or more after signing up for Dash Pass. Terms are subject to change and terms apply. Subject to change, terms apply. That's 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $12 or more after signing up for Dash Pass with code IDIOTS. Subject to change, terms apply. Sign up for more. Become a Dash Pass member today. All right, let's get back to the show. Let's do some more Asking Idiots, man. Ooh, that man _Chris says, what is one 90s show you liked before, but now rewatching it, you don't know how you liked it? Ooh, that's a good one.
I liked all the shows.
Word is born.
Yeah, I don't unlike anything.
I actually like more of those shows now. Like when I watch a lot of those 90s shows now, I love them even more. And the reason we'll never not like these 90s shows is because even if, it wasn't the best show, we have memories. You know what I mean? All of this shit is nostalgia, people. That's why you can never tell somebody, that the MC they grew up on or the basketball player they grew up watching or the TV shows they grew up watching weren't the best shit ever. Because it's not even just about the content. It's about what we were doing along with that content. Like before there was social media, like, you would get with somebody on a Sunday night and watch The Wire.
Right.
You know, or watch Sopranos, you know, or watch True Blood. Like Thursday nights, you know, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So on Thursday nights, we used to be at the Kingdom Hall, and I used to have to record A Different World and The Cosby Show on fucking VHS tape. You know?
That's different.
You know, like we had to record Martin and what used to come on after Martin? I think it was Living Single. We used to have to record Martin and Living Single because we was at the Kingdom Hall. So when you put that kind of commitment and that kind of time into something,
right,
and then come home and you watching it with your siblings or whoever, you don't forget that.
And even now, like, because I feel like I've watched a lot of episodes scatteredly, it come out weekly. You wasn't able to keep up with what happened last week. To see it now, like certain shows available on like streaming platforms, to watch the whole storyline now, it hits different for me, at least. Like Fresh Prince is one of my favorite shows. Martin, I still come across new episodes. I haven't watched every episode of Martin.
I be feeling like that too.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is what they were talking about.
Absolutely.
Because there's so many takeaways culturally from these shows. So when you're able to connect it in real time with a show that came out years ago, that's hard. That's literally the purpose.
And when you older and you adulting, so now there's certain things that was said on those shows, done on those shows that you might not have understood back then, but you understand now. So it's like watching a brand new show.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Andre the Outlaw says, do you ever miss being the prince of pissing people off? No, I don't, because I never truly intended to be that. I was doing what I call the Eminem and 8 Mile theory.
What is that?
Living your truth so nobody can use your truth against you, and whatever somebody was going to say about you, owning it. So if they said, man, he's an asshole, he rubs people the wrong way, he pisses people off, I just started owning it. Like, yo, yeah, I'm the prince of pissing people off. I'm the ruler of rubbing you the wrong way. And truthfully, all of those times I did piss people off or rub people the wrong way, I didn't mean to. And guess what? That still happens now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like, and I really want you to expand on this for real, because I feel like who you are now is not who you were then. Like, I feel like there was a pivotal point in just like your perspective with how you handle interviews and how you just handle yourself. Owning the fact that you were the prince of pissing people off. Like, for me personally, I don't want to make people mad. And it has nothing to do with my honesty. Like, I just don't want people walking away and, like, even reading your book, like, getting confronted by people who are, like, mad at the things that you say. Like, how do you, handle that type of, I don't want to say trauma, but how do you handle those experiences, like, even today?
That's a great question. I mean, back then, you just had to handle your handle, right? And that's why a lot of these new personalities, I don't really respect what they do. Because it's easy to say things when you don't go outside. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to have conversations about people. But when somebody is in the studio, you got to keep that same energy. And I've always kept that same energy because I've always felt like the things I was saying, even put it like this, the things I was saying weren't necessarily meant to be malicious. It was my critique. So if I thought your album was whack, or I thought a song you did was whack, or a freestyle, I can tell you that to your face and we can have a conversation about it. And if I did make jokes on you, when you sitting down next to me, I got to make those same jokes. I got to say those things to you. If not, I'm not authentic. If not, I'm a fraud. Because I'm not going to ever act clueless, even when people confront me in the street. I never got ran down on and be like, nah, I didn't say that. I didn't mean it like that. I said it. So however you gonna handle it, you gonna handle it.
There's been a few instances, Charlamagne, where you have made me clutch my pearls, where like...
Give me some. What's some?
Let's just say, anonymous person would do a freestyle, and you'd be like, straight to their face, like, that ain't it.
That's a distraction. Rip it on any beat. That's an adaptation. I'm running out of breath. I'm bringing it back in. Need my money up front. Don't deal with a back end. Your pocket's on a diet, nigga. I'm calling you Atkins.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
She's like a virgin that make tracks drip something burgundy like. Bills looking right cause I don't break them, I make laws and burn down courthouses high off of baseball. Sliding in safe, this rape raw and infinite like my 96 Eminem and 8 balls. Pause.
All right.
That's it?
What you want, more?
You not impressed?
Nah.
Charlamagne.
You spit something.
I don't rap.
He used to rap.
His rap name was Dizzy Van Winkle.
It fits. It fits.
All right. Well, there you have it. It's Lakeith.
Charlamagne is mean.
He is.
I love you as Darius. I don't think that's bad though.
That's terrible. That
Why?
is terrible. Like, you're killing a man's dream
How am I? Well,
on air.
some dreams need to be killed. Okay,
Oh my God.
but how is that any different than being like an audience member at the Apollo? When you I think about that,
Because people want to impress you, Charlamagne.
you spit better raps.
Ay, Dios mío. I mean, but look at the case of like, I hate to call people out, but look at the case of, and this has nothing to do with you, like wilding out with Azalea Banks. She knew what she was walking into, right? But
Yeah.
it hits different when you don't know what to expect and they really ripping you up.
Or it hits different later when you go home. Two things happen. You go home and you watch it,
Uh-huh.
right? And you say to yourself, like, they wasn't playing with me. they was really on my ass. And then this. Everybody's on your phone.
Making commentary.
That's right. Either texting you or leaving comments and like, yo, I'm finally
And making
glad.
you a meme.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody did that to her. I'm glad somebody went in on her. That shit pisses you off, you know, because if you took your time, you know, to go on a show, right? Like you're giving them your time, you're giving them your image, you know, and they're just using you to beat up. They're just beating up on you. I can understand why she felt that way. But to your point, she knew what show she was going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
when you know what show you going on, you just gotta be ready. You gotta, I don't care if you gotta hire somebody to write 10 jokes for you for every single person. You gotta have something for DC, Chico, Carlos, who else on that show? Big Mac, whoever else on that show, you gotta have something ready for all of them. Just hilarious, it don't matter who it is. Cause trust me,
They are loaded.
they are loaded, clips ready. Oh, who gonna be on the show today? They done got like 10, all of them got like 10, 20 things ready to go. So if you know that they got that kind of ammo, why wouldn't you have that kind of ammo? And that goes for anybody. That just ain't, you know, her. But also, you know, even now, like I said, even with the pissing people off thing, it still happens now. Like, do you think that the people I talk about now aren't pissed off? And they're even more pissed off because the things that I talk about now, a lot of the times are real world issues. Like the stakes are higher. Like, you think politicians don't get pissed off? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't think these heads of these corporations and these companies don't get pissed off? And nowadays, man, I don't know if y'all notice it or not, boy, everybody is litigious, you know, including me. So you say the wrong thing, people gonna be on your ass. Like you're going to get sued. You know, you're going to get those cease and desist. So I feel sorry for this new generation that's especially coming up on the internet, social media, YouTube, because they really don't know the rules of engagement when it comes to what is considered free speech, what is considered slander, what is considered defamation. And, you know, we've seen it so much. You see all of these people getting sued and losing in real ways because nobody's there to teach them. You know, like we don't just come in here and get on the microphones. We take tests every year. Have you had to take those tests yet?
No.
You haven't had to take the FCC test and all that?
I've done trainings.
Yes, you have.
No, okay. Oh, like the compliances and stuff?
thing,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
She not reading them. She just pressing next.
Oh,
next,
God.
next. That's it. But no, all of that, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. At least read it once.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I've read it.
You had
I've
to,
read it.
yeah, because you can't just press next. I'm playing when I say you just press next. You can't just press next. You gotta actually read it. They ask you questions. It's a test. But those are the things that we have to do. Like they give us trainings, like so we don't make the kind of mistakes that all y'all motherfuckers online is making, all y'all people on YouTube is making, and that's why y'all in the hole, you know, for millions of dollars.
1,000%.
It's really just that simple. So do I ever miss being the prince of pissing people off? Not in the way Ivy's talking about. Okay, I don't miss that at all. I don't miss getting ran down on, you know, for not liking somebody's music and shit like that. Shit is I've never agreed with that. But I you know, it wasn't always, it was never just about the music. Like, it's a difference in giving somebody a critique on their music and like clowning somebody's appearance. You know what I mean? You know, clowning somebody for what moves they made. Like when Mace ran down on me or Busta Rhymes. Like all of that stuff was me being extra than just the music. But once again, I knew what was coming out of my mouth. So I had to deal with it.
Speaking of music.
They can hear you? Oh, okay.
Speaking of music, if you want to take a quick break from Ask an Idiot for Positively Brilliant, Drake and J.Cole going on tour.
Drake and J.Cole going on tour.
I heard it's a money grab. The markets don't make sense.
Secondary markets. I respect the secondary markets. I'm glad they did that.
We love secondary markets.
Yeah, I'm glad they're going to the secondary markets. But I think what's interesting is a lot of those dates are rescheduled dates from the what was that tour called?
It's All a Blur.
It's All a Blur tour.
Mm-hmm.
And Cole's not on like 5 or 6 of those dates.
Yeah, Cole's not coming to New York.
What?
I don't think there is a New York date.
Or Long Island. One of them.
Long Island.
Yeah, it's like
One of
Long
the tour,
Island.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's not on like 5. It's only like 15 dates, right? 15, 20. It's like 15, 20 dates, and he's not on like 5 or 6 of them. So
that's weird.
I don't know why. I don't know why he just wouldn't do it with 21 and hit those secondary markets. But I'm not mad at Drake and Cole.
21, and I'm a big fan of 21. I heard 21 is boring on stage.
Really? Did you see him?
But then again, it's like, look at him in music videos. Like, he's so blank faced. Like, he gives no emotion. So imagine him rapping on stage. You think he jumping?
Yeah.
He's just gonna be like, how many pounds you like?
Hey.
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 You know?
Now, what Ivy just gave, I was fucking with. What Ivy just gave just now is great critique, but that would piss 21 off.
And please don't run up on me because I'm a
They're not gonna run
fan.
up on you. You're a woman. They're not gonna do that.
Some people be holding stuff in their back pocket. You just never know.
You've never been approached by nobody, right?
I don't want to put that in the air.
Nah.
I definitely don't want to put that in the air.
Don't.
But I'm not afraid to own anything that I say, and I'm not afraid to change my mind either and speak that publicly.
Oh, 100%. Like, I've been wrong a million times, you know, about people, you know, not just people, but just about like music. I even, you know, when that happens. And what you said is absolutely right. And you should be okay with, you know, getting on your platform in the same way you had so much to say about a person that they may not have liked. You got to give it up for that person the same way.
Yep.
You know, think about all the time. I remember giving Diddy Donkey of the Day for Last Train to Paris and saying that album was shake weight music. You know what I'm saying?
Shake weight music is
Remember the
nuts.
shake weight?
Yes, I remember that.
No, it was like this.
And I'm here like this, like,
right? And
Coke can.
And by the way, that was that Coke can in the shower. And back then, that album is really actually good. You know what I mean? But I was just being an asshole back then. So all these years later, if I like it, I like the album, like I love the Love album, I'm a speak on that the same way I would if I didn't like it. You know? And I think that's when people do respect your opinions, when they know that you're not afraid to show that you love something and you're not afraid to say when you don't like something.
Yep.
Coke can in the shower was very interesting. Boosie was on Breakfast Club this week.
I was educated.
He was on Breakfast Club this week, man, and people, you know, when I told Boosie that I watched that story at least twice a year, and I posted that story on my Instagram page. Everybody like, of course, Charlamagne likes the gay shit. You know what I mean? It's not about the gayness of it. The reason I watched that video is because you can see the trauma in Boosie's face when he's speaking about walking into this bathroom and seeing this man riding another man's dick. But reverse cowgirl. But if you hear Boosie tell that story, those are the things about prison people don't talk about. Especially nowadays. You be on social media, you see these motherfuckers going live from prison. They got all kind of candy and honey buns, and they look like they having a party. And, you know, it looks like they're having a grand old time. And, you know, salute to Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat did his 7-day stint when he did like the thing from jail. Didn't bother me like it bothered some people, simply because I've seen people doing that forever. Like, he's not the first person to do something like that from a jail. But when you see that and you see what's really going on in prisons, it don't often look like what it is. You know what I mean? Which is your freedoms have been stripped from you in every way, shape, informed. Like, you're not coming home no time soon. You don't have no access to no women. You can't come and go as you please. So when Boosie tells those stories, those are the horror stories about prison that I think kids need to hear because it scares the fuck out of them.
Oh my God. I was just talking about this the other day, how
What?
like jail has such a misconception now because jail is supposed to be a rehabilitation center,
Yes, a correctional facility.
but it's none of that anymore.
None. No correcting going on.
No correcting. And it's crazy because like, I know that my dad hates that I share this story, but like my dad obviously spent time in prison and
How much?
he did 5 years federal. And
What was he doing? If you don't mind me asking.
the second time was conspiracy to like some I don't remember.
Mhm.
And I don't want to talk about it on this podcast.
Okay.
But during that time in jail, he came out such a better man. And I wish that that was a story that other people had. Like he got his GED in jail.
Mhm.
Like he got closer to God in jail. Like he did all the things right. So when he came out, he was set. And you don't hear those stories no more. There is no rehab. There's no ministry. There is no help. There's no therapy. It's just rugged and ragged.
Yeah, dudes ain't even coming out diesel like they used to.
Yes.
For real.
They not. They coming out nappy and ashy.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, people used to
And
come out diesel,
gay.
looking young. You didn't know you liked dick till you went to prison.
Hello?
Never knew I had a taste for dick. You know what I mean? You know,
You was exploring
you
in
know,
there, huh?
Came out like in dick and pumpkin pie. Didn't have a taste for either, but when I went in,
Chill.
well, there was nothing else to do. You know what I mean? They didn't have no more sweet potato.
There's so many documentaries.
All they had was pumpkin.
So you
Huh?
didn't like that
What?
when what Kai did?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking
have a problem
the
with it.
question that do you think they make fun like?
I didn't have a problem with what Kai did. Everybody was saying Kai was glorifying jail. I didn't have a problem with what Kai did because I'm not a hypocrite. I was born in 1978. My whole era glorified jail. You got record labels named after jail. You know what I mean? Like literally, you have record labels named after like D Block and Death Row, and you know, I remember State Property. I remember going to the Hard Knock Life tour, and before the Hard Knock Life tour, Jay-Z and Bleak and Beans was all in the jail suits, and they was in the back of the paddy wagon, and they was singing some song like, I don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck. Then they broke out of the paddy wagon, and you see them running through the woods, and then you see Jay climbing up a ladder, and then when he comes out on stage, he's in the jail suit. So it's just like, my whole generation glorified jail. Like, don't they have TV shows now, like 90-day lockup or shit like that? Or am I making this up?
Yeah,
And it's acting. It's not even like real people that are in jail, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, beyond scared straight.
It's
Like,
giving mockery, but it depends on the perspective also. Because some is to give insight, but some is probably to exploit. And I feel like there's a few platforms like and channels that live to exploit just people who struggle. Like My 600-Pound Life. Like I hate those freaking shows. Jesus Christ, why are you embarrassing them?
But I mean,
they're
signed up
struggling.
for it, though.
I mean, what else would they be doing other than eating though? I mean, you might.
Oh
like,
my
I'm
God,
just
I
saying.
don't want to see that. I feel so bad.
What is the? I never watched those shows, either, but what's the end game? Like, do they try to make them lose weight?
It's like a program that if they stick to the program, they lose X amount of pounds, then they get approved to get like the gastric bypass surgery and change their life. So it's like the journey of them actually changing their habits to improve their life, and you get to like see them day to day, just
kind of. Not really. I
dusty
feel
and
like it's not even them trying to.
big, and
How do y'all feel when y'all see them 600, 700-pound women with men? And
I'm jealous
word.
because I'm not there and I don't got no man.
Damn.
I sound mad sad.
Damn.
I'm not saying nothing. See? I'm not saying nothing.
You got a man, Taylor?
You got a man? Me and my man? You in a situationship?
Did it go official after last week?
I'm never gonna go IG official. Only for my close friends.
Did he hear you on the podcast last week?
Y'all exclusive?
Oh my gosh.
Did he hear you? Did he hear you last week on the pod?
I told him about it. Yes.
Did he listen?
I don't know.
What you said? What you said?
They were asking. They were asking me because the long story short, I reconnected with one of my best friends, and we just are taking it to another level. That's all.
Wow. So your best friend is really your best friend.
Damn.
We be all night. Yeah.
And you didn't even have to get fat to find a man. You see what I'm
You
saying?
ain't even gotta get fat. That is crazy. Is that the secret? I gotta get
That's
fat?
the secret. Get fat. You gain about 600, 700 pounds. Because all them women on those shows got booze. They got
Yeah, but they
babes.
don't got teeth either. Like
First
the
of all,
men.
Definitely don't have teeth.
they also get broken up too when they cheat. The guys cheat on them.
Why
Well,
wouldn't
I don't
you
want
cheat on
that
a person who
caliber
can't
of
leave the
man,
house?
though.
Go ahead.
Don't steer me wrong. I don't want
Yeah.
that caliber of man. I want a high value man,
Well,
well cut with teeth in his mouth.
Well,
please.
think about how that man may feel. You know what I mean? We don't talk about that enough. What if that man been with that woman what if that man was with that woman when she was 150?
Well,
So he
that'll
gradually watched her get to 700.
that's his fault.
Well, that's his fault.
That's his fault.
That's
because
his fault?
Yes.
Because why are you? It's both of their faults, honestly.
Mhm.
But like, why are you letting your girl just?
Because you can't call a woman fat nowadays.
It's not about calling her fat.
Exactly. You
Okay.
don't gotta call her fat.
What do you say? It's unhealthy?
If your wife is going off the ledge,
Mhm.
you gonna let her go off the ledge?
No, not at all.
All right then.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
So that's literally the case in the point.
100%. You know,
Hold your woman accountable
I
to
agree
being
with.
her best self. Not about being skinny,
Exactly.
but being her best self.
What if she not listening? What if you telling her like, boo, you getting big?
There's a big disconnect, and y'all got to figure it out.
Damn. Once you get to 700, it's over though.
700.
Once
you get to say, what about like after
300?
250? Yeah. Like what?
300.
Maybe he
is
was
crazy.
just sticking it out. He was like, man, she's going to have a heart attack sooner than later, so I'm just going to thug it out.
Oh
Get
my
his life
God.
insurance.
Till death do us part. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that might be his mentality. Because he was like, she's not listening anyway. So I might as well just let her keep eating,
I hope
keep
he
eating,
did the
keep eating.
paperwork.
I hope he did the paperwork, man.
Because, baby, you ain't cashing out no time soon.
Salute to Kai Cenat, though. I don't have a problem with what Kai did. You know Kai?
I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know him either. He's from New York, though, right?
I heard he is from New York, but he lives in Atlanta.
Oh, he lives in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
He lives in
okay.
Atlanta. He used to do content with Ron Suno, and Ron Suno's from the Bronx, so I'm assuming he's from uptown somewhere.
Okay. Salute to Kai. Let's pay some bills. Salute to Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. Prize Picks is a skill-based, real money daily fantasy sports game. How does it work? You pick 2 to 6 players, and if they will go more or less than their Prize Picks projection, you can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. Players can choose from a vast selection of sports and stat types not offered anywhere else. They can even pick in-game projections after a game is started, which include halves, quarters, periods, and more. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types of what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. All right, this week on Prize Picks, I am selecting. Who am I selecting? Give me Justin Jefferson for less than 100. No, I don't want that one. You know what? I will take that one. Give me Odell Beckham Jr. for more than 50 yards and Josh Allen for more than 2 passing touchdowns. I'll take that all day. Odell Beckham Jr. for more than 50 yards and Josh Allen for more than 2 passing touchdowns. Prize Picks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday each Tuesday. Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. Prize Picks now offers Apple Play for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. With the Prize Picks reboot policy, your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For NFL games and CFB top 25 matchups, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, that player is rebooted. Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy sports platform with injury insurance. Go to prizepicks.com/idiots and use code idiots for a first deposit. Match up to $100. That's prizepick.com/idiots and code idiots for a first deposit. Match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Let's get back to the show. Church announcements. Ivy, do you have any church announcements?
I don't
Anything
have
you
a
want to
church.
plug?
I don't know, but I want to give myself some flowers. I
Okay.
just came from LA, from the Give Her Flowers 2nd annual gala, and they honored me, and it was so crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah, to be honored.
What was the award? I saw that
It
on
was
Instagram.
so I'm a part of this mentorship program where I am now a mentor. So they were just honoring me in the light of just being a leading, voice and helping women, pay it forward. But it was in the light of that, and they also honored Tiana Taylor,
Ooh.
SZA, Brandy. It was an amazing event. Shout out to Heather Lowry, first and foremost. She put that together. She is the genius behind Femme It Forward. And to be a part of that was I don't know. It was amazing. But
You deserve it all, Big Ivy.
yeah, it's definitely been an adjustment to get into that vein of I deserve, right? That imposter syndrome be kicking in, papi chulo.
It never goes away.
Oy.
It never goes away. Do you see a copy of Invisible Generals around here, Taylor? It never goes away. I'm dead serious. And the reason I say imposter syndrome never goes away because if you're living life and doing life the way you should, you're going to keep growing. You're going to keep getting to new levels. And you're going to keep getting the levels that you've never been at before. And so being that you've never been at that level before, new things are supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? New positions, new situations, new scenarios. So you're always going to have, some sort of imposter syndrome. But I just always remember what Bishop T.D. Jakes told me. And Bishop T.D. Jakes said, even if you feel like you're not worthy, understand that God knows you're worthy. And that's why you're in the position that you're in.
I need a sound effect for that. Amen.
Which one you want? We can insert it. It's called post-production.
We need some organs.
Do it. Dwayne, put the organs. I want to tell everybody, make sure to pick up Invisible Generals by my man Doug Melville. This is the latest release off my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing with Simon & Schuster. It tells the amazing true story of America's first Black generals, Benjamin O. Davis Sr. and Jr., a father and son who helped integrate the American military and create the Tuskegee Airmen. Man, he was number one on so many lists this week and over the weekend. I don't think we've gotten any official numbers in, not as of right now when we're recording this, but either way, it is a great story. And, it came out on a perfect week. It came out the week of Veterans Day. So that's just the way the universe be working, man. The universe and great marketing, because we plan to have it come out the week of Veterans Day, but that doesn't mean people would gravitate towards it, but they are. So thank you. And also this Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in my hometown of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, my 10th annual turkey giveaway is happening at Berkeley High School, 406 West Main Street, Moncks Corner, South Carolina, in the student parking lot of Berkeley High School. It's my 10th annual turkey giveaway. Pull up and get a bird. We do the drive-through. You don't even got to get out your car. Just pull up and my good people, my good folks from Third Eye Awareness will put the turkey in your car, man. So see you this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Moncks Corner, South Carolina, Berkeley High School, student parking lot. Yes. Now let's get back to the show.
I have one for you.
What do you got, Taylor Gang?
So based off of Prize Picks ad, and also you guys talking about, success in the business. Patrick Mahomes was talking about how he wears the same underwear for each game since his professional career. So I was seeing if you guys have any superstitions y'all wear. Or,
how long he been wearing this underwear?
He says since his professional career.
I'm sure he washes them.
I mean, I didn't say he didn't, but
and it's one game a week.
Is it white?
I
have questions.
Is Patrick Mahomes
white? He said his
white?
wife gave it to him for
the underwear. God.
He is half white, though.
He is half white.
No, he is. He is.
He says
the underwear probably half white at this point.
It's definitely right.
Yeah, if it's white, if that underwear was white, it's half white at this point too.
A little tan,
a little yellowish. Oh, it's probably the same complexion as him at this point. It's probably his underwear probably the same complexion as him.
He said he only wears them for a game day though, so they're not too worn
Isn't
down.
Isn't it weekly?
They are not like these nasty underwear, and he cleans them.
It's weekly.
Of course. I'm not mad at that. We all got superstitions. I mean,
you don't have one?
What is my superstition? I don't think I have one.
Like, there's nothing you say, pray for. Like, you pray.
100%. Always say, and I've been saying this since I was young, because before I knew what anxiety was, when I used to have anxiety attacks, I would do things to get me back to center, not knowing that I was even doing that. So I used to always say, fuck Satan, fuck Satan, fuck Satan. I love Jehovah God and his son Jesus Christ. I love Jehovah God and his son Jesus Christ. I love Jehovah God and his son Jesus Christ. Go away, Satan, go away, Satan, go away, Satan. I would always say that whenever you would feel that anxiety attack, coming on. And that's something that I still resort to now. Even when I'm about to, I did that before every episode of The Daily Show. I do that before every episode of Breakfast Club. I do that, whenever I'm doing damn near anything. I did, I'm doing Chris Wallace's show this week called Who I'm Talking To. It comes on HBO Max. I think it comes on HBO Max and CNN. My episode comes out Friday. And it's the same thing. Whenever you feel that anxiety coming on, I do my breathing exercises, and I resort right back to being a kid and saying, fuck Satan, fuck Satan, fuck Satan. I love Jehovah God and His Son Jesus Christ. Love Jehovah God and His Son Jesus Christ. Love Jehovah God and His Son Jesus Christ. Go away Satan, go away Satan, go away Satan. And if I say each thing 3 times, because 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is the highest level of change. When you study the 5% teachings, you know, it said everything must go from knowledge to born in order to be, and born is 9 as well. So it's all 9.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think for like big events and stuff, I like to be in silence, and I listen to Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you are familiar with her, but she speaks about like law of attraction. Like her messages on YouTube are like, it'd be whipping me in shape real bad. But I think I just like to be in silence and in my head until I have to be present to people, because I don't think people understand how much energy you exhaust. Being talent is more than just like knowing the lines. Is about being a real energy and, you know, shifting the frequency in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah,
and getting sucked off. Pause. Sucked out. Getting your energy sucked out of you.
Literally, yes.
Because like when
it's draining.
It's draining. Like when you're the talent, everybody's pulling at you.
Charlamagne.
Oh my God! And listen, it's a blessing, but it's something you have to mentally and emotionally prepare for. That's why I don't like when people complain when they're like on set or stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. You know, you know, of course, there's going to be things that you're not happy with. So you might say, hey, I want this like this. I want that like that. But some people complain as if they didn't sign up to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you sign up to be there and you take on the responsibility of being there, then you got to hold yourself accountable.
1,000%.
You know, so don't be a dick. Like, you know, but it is exhausting.
It's very much so.
When the last time you had to say fuck it though?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Every day?
Fuck it in the sense of what, though?
In the sense of I'm not doing this shit. I'm putting up my boundaries. Y'all are taking advantage of me right now.
I would say not too long ago, like about 2 weeks ago. I don't want to speak too specifically.
Yeah, don't fuck up no bags.
Yeah, I ain't fucking up the bag.
No bags of relationships. We don't fuck those up.
I'm going to just say this. The long story short of it is that I have released expectations, and I have released taking things personal. Like I have a real thing where like my work is very personal to me. I don't really build a separation for any of them, and I'm working on that now. Like I'm providing that boundary to separate my personal from my work, because I'm so passionate about what I do. I take it all personal. So if you change your mind about something, or if you leave me behind on something, I'm mad. I'm like, you don't like me. I'm not valued. You don't see me. But it literally has nothing to do with me.
That's right.
Right? So I'm reeling myself back, where it's like I'm no longer taking things personal. I'm not mad about little things. And little things that you get mad at is literally like a bigger thing around the corner. So I'm chilling.
You got the right attitude, Ivy.
Thank
I tell
you.
people that all the time. Like, you know, motherfuckers say things to you or do things to you, and we internalize it and take it personal. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, that is you and your projections. You know what I mean? Don't bring that negative bullshit my way. And don't make it seem like I'm the problem.
Literally.
Because that is all you. That man, Chris _ says, being involved in the entertainment industry, do you feel like you steer people towards evil or away? Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to get me in trouble with the Illuminati. Asking
that
these
was
kind
a
of questions.
setup.
That's a good question. I think contrary to popular belief, I don't think anybody's intention is to lead people towards evil. I think that, you know, we all come from certain places, certain environments where we talk about things that aren't good. You know, and, you know, when we were younger, I think a lot of people glorified them. You know, I see you got young artists now who still glorify it in a way, but I also been thinking about this. And I've been thinking about this ever since I saw my man D1, salute to D1. And, you know, me and D1 talk, you'll see D1 on Breakfast Club. You know, D1 is the person who called out, you know, Meek Mill and Rick Ross and Jim Jones. I don't think you should call out individuals. I think you should call out the idea, the system, just ask it's a valid question to ask, is hip hop leading people in the wrong direction? And if we're being honest, the answer to that is yeah, in a lot of cases. But is it hip hop or is it art reflecting life? Because I feel like, society, there's a lot of societal problems that cause people to talk the way that they talk in their music. So when we say somebody is glamorizing certain things, are they glamorizing it or are they traumatized by it? Because if you're traumatized by it, you're going to talk about it a lot, And, I got to salute to Meek. When I listen to the Meek and Ross album now, don't get me wrong, like, Meek got some bars here and there where he's talking about getting some people whacked. But for the most part, Meek is talking about what he is still seeing in the streets of Philadelphia and in the streets all across America. If you have I promise you, if you have a conversation with Meek, Meek is going to talk to you about what's going on in Philadelphia. He's going to talk to you about them young black brothers taking each other's heads off because he truly cares about it in a real way. If you talk to Meek on text or you talk to Meek in person, Meek is going to be sending you articles about people who just got gunned down in Philadelphia, not because he's trying to glorify it, but because he's traumatized by it and he wants to do something about it. So even when I hear him on this new project, I hear him being more of a reporter than a glorifier. You know what I mean? He's just trying to let you know what's happening, over here in the streets of Philadelphia. So I think if sometimes when you listen to it, you might think, oh, this guy's just glorifying murder or he's glorifying killing. But if you actually just listen a little deeper, he's just trying to tell you what's going on. Right. And he is trying to steer you away. And I think that's what we all want. When you get to a certain age, when you know better, you do better. I don't want to see young brothers going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see young brothers out here disrespecting women. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see all of us doing what we're supposed to be doing. So, steer people towards evil or away. It just depends on who you talking to.
That's literally it right there. It depends on who you're interested in hearing from. Because there are some people who, to your point, if you know better, you do better. And there's some certain people in this time that chase attention so bad that they'll say anything.
That's right.
But there's certain people that you listen to because you know that they actually have substance and a message. And like Meek is a perfect example because if you think that Meek is glorifying murder, you don't know Meek. Because, and I'm not saying I do, but if you go on social media, that's all he talks about.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to help those brothers.
He's calling it out. He's crying for help.
That's
right.
You know,
so it's kind of counterproductive for you to point a finger at Meek specifically and say that he's doing anything outside of what he has grown himself to be, which is a voice of calling out the realities of what's around him.
And I want people to change their music, but you can't just ask somebody to change their music. Like, you got to ask people to change themselves. And that's what I go back to when I say, yo, people, like, you can't, if untraumatizing yourself was so easy, everybody could do it. But if you've seen certain things in your hood, if you've seen certain things in your community, those things aren't going to leave you. And when you see things, even if you're removed from it, but if you see it happening to somebody else or you read about it happening to somebody else, it's going to trigger you. And all that old trauma you felt from when you actually saw it with your own eyes, or if you were actually involved in it, or it happened to you, like you got shot, all of that's going to come back up. You know what I mean? So it's like when I hear these brothers still putting it in their music, I understand why they're still putting it in their music. And if you want their music to change, they have to go do internal work, to deal with that trauma. But yeah, like I don't think none of our intentions are to steer people towards evil. You know what I mean? Like, but we are very influential. Like, when you think about hip hop, the hip hop I grew up on, I wanted a 38 snub-nosed pistol because Tupac had one in juice. You know what I'm saying? I saw something Issa Rae posted earlier, and she was talking about Dr. Dre Nothing But a G Thing video. Hold on, where's this shit at? Yeah. And she said, I guess I haven't seen Rap Shit on HBO Max yet, but she said, y'all seen the first 2 episodes of Rap Shit on Max? And she said, my Roman Empire is the Nothing But a G Thing video that had 7-year-old me believe women deserve to be assaulted for ignoring men. And she posted the clip of when they poured the beer all over the girl in the party because the party was acting bougie. And I'm like, well, damn, not only is she right, I never thought of it from the woman's perspective, but from the men's perspective, that's what we thought fun was. If you was at a party, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of stuff you did at parties.
Right.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was wrong back then because that's what I was watching. I'm young and I'm impressionable. But to hear her say from the woman's perspective, that's what she thought was supposed to happen was like, wow. So all of us were taught wrong. You know what I'm saying? So can you say that we were being you think Drayden was purposely steering us towards evil? No. I think that they were
reflecting their lifestyles.
There you go. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. They were reflecting the lifestyle they was living at the time. That's it. So everybody just do your best, man. That's what they say in the 4 agreements. In the 4 agreements, it says always do your best. Wool says, how do you find the balance between work and home life? Just had my 4th child on Saturday.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats, Wolves. I don't have a balance. I don't go nowhere. I mean, working home. Well, yeah, I'm home. Like, but it's usually for work.
But you work a lot.
I do, but it's like, my wife be with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, my wife is my wife, but then that's my business partner. We got businesses together. That's my heart. Like,
How often do you see your kids?
Every day.
Really?
100%.
Yeah, why are you saying it to me like I'm supposed to know? I was asking.
They live in the same house.
Every day. I am, because I'm blessed to be a man.
Taylor was about to beat me up, first of all. That face was crazy.
I'm blessed to be a man that is married to the mother of my children. So I see my kids every day, and anything that interferes with me seeing my kids every day,
right.
I'm probably not going to be involved. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about now. How long is this going to have me away from home? How long is this going to have me away from the kids? Like, even right now, being here in this moment, I'm only up here because we had a couple of things to do at the station today.
Yeah, we never see Charlamagne at this time.
I'm never here. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. I'm not here at 3:00 in the afternoon. I'm here because I got a 4:00 meeting, and then we did something with Amazon earlier today, and it was from like 11 to 1 or something like that. And
I literally jumped for joy when I saw him. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was wondering where the security was. I was like, who the hell is rushing around the corner like that?
I literally jumped on him.
But it's good. So I don't have my balance is this. I work and I go home. I'm a party with Ivy one night, though. One night, I'm going to go to one.
He's a big liar.
Watch. One night, one night I'm going to pop up.
Next year for my birthday, I'm going to set you up right.
I promise I'll come to that.
Yeah.
Said it real late, too. Midnight to arrival.
Because the way he missed my birthday, you would have thought that I wasn't his favorite niece.
No, you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you that it's my birthday?
I texted you like, no, I knew it was your birthday. October 16th was your birthday, but you didn't tell me.
No, you learned that today.
That is not true.
Are you insane?
That is not true. I knew.
Because if you knew, then you would have said it on the 16th, and you said it on the 18th.
No, I believe I did say happy birthday to you on the 16th. What I was telling you I missed was your party. I was like, shoot, how I missed the party.
You're lying to my face.
I really thought I missed the party. You had a party, right?
You ain't missed no damn party because you wasn't even going.
You had a party. I would have came if you would have invited me.
You would not.
No, you wouldn't have. What time was the party?
It was late.
LA,
was like, I pulled up at like 1 a.m.
God damn. You Jamaican or Puerto Rican, yo? Which one?
Both.
Damn.
I didn't know you was Jamaican.
No,
too.
I'm not Jamaican.
Oh.
But like, I'm Jamaican by affiliation. Okay. You know?
I do think I am. I'll come to. No, I'm not. I'm about to lie.
Yo. If I have an early party.
It made me tired just thinking about it.
If I have an early party
at 1:00.
An early party, I will absolutely invite you. Like a 7 to 9 or a 9 to 12.
Why don't you do
I know
that?
you could do it.
All the old heads you got around
No,
you?
I'm
Think about
serious.
us,
No,
Ivy.
I'm thinking about you guys. I'm going to bring back like happy hour.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let your old heads.
Said yes.
No, for real. Let your old
You used
heads.
to do happy hours all the time.
I know. When I had a budget. Maybe Black Effect could sponsor my happy hours.
I would do that.
Okay.
I actually do have. It's so funny. Me and Nyla was just talking about this. No, you know, there is something that you and Nyla should be doing.
Yes, Nyla is so mad at me. Nyla has been trying to do a party with me for a minute, but like I've just been so all over the place, and I'm the type of person that if I cannot commit 100% of myself, I'm not going to do it. Especially at the stake of somebody else's passion. You know what I'm saying? And I know she's passionate about it. I'm not thinking about it. I bring it up to her every time I see her, but she's like, I'm ready when you are. Like, stop talking to me about it. And I'm like, okay.
But you the lifestyle specialist. Here's the thing. Everybody, and I think we've had this conversation before off the air, people always talk about what New York is lacking and what New York isn't right now. Y'all are the ones to bring that energy back. You can't be in Miami all the time with that energy, or LA, or Atlanta. If we be on Instagram looking, I'm like, damn, these parties popping, these people coming out for Ivy, this and that. New York is your oyster.
I know.
You from here.
I know.
This is it.
You know, I'm just in my expansion era. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've done a lot in New York, and I'm not leaving New York in the back burner. Trust me, I have y'all on my mind. But if the bag is calling in Miami or in LA because y'all not giving it to me out here, you can catch me with a bag at.
Damn. Ivy said New York, po. Ivy said New York, po. New York so poor you can't even find money on the ground no more.
Not at all.
Damn.
It's sad out here.
You just could find $1. You walk outside in the street, at least $1, a quarter, something.
It's scary times.
Today's episode of Brilliant Idiots is also brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything, your products, content you create, and even your time. Squarespace makes it easy for creators to monetize their content and expertise in a way that fits their brand. With member areas, you can unlock a new revenue stream for your business and free up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content like videos, online courses, and newsletters. Create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app helps you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. Stand out in any inbox with Squarespace email campaigns. Collect email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers. Start with an email template and customize it by applying your brand ingredients like site colors and logo. Built-in analytics measure the impact of every send. Use those analytics and insights to grow your business. Learn where your site visits and sales are coming from and analyze which channels are most effective. Improve your website and build a marketing strategy based on your top keywords or most popular products and content. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/idiot with offer code IDIOT for 10% off your first purchase. I got to salute Andrew Schulz too. I'm sure y'all saw on social media, Andrew's second show at Madison Square Garden also sold out. So the Hezi has two sold out shows at Madison Square Garden. Y'all didn't know that?
I didn't know it was sold out yet.
Yeah, the second show sold out. You know?
I know the first one was. Congrats.
First one sold out in 90 minutes. Second show sold out, I think, in
the same day.
Yeah,
That's
less than
amazing.
24 hours.
I want to go.
We did.
The last show was at Radio City, right?
The last one was at Radio City. This one is at the Garden.
Good.
This ain't the theater, though. It's the Garden where the Knicks play.
Not the Hulu theater.
No, this is where the Knicks play. Andrew Schulz.
Stadium status.
White man. Headline in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, not white man.
Because, man, most of the time when you see a white man selling out the Garden, he got 12 Negroes with him, and he's coaching them. He ain't doing that. He's doing comedy. Huh?
He got like 2 Negroes with him. Alex and...
Not man.
Alex
it's like certain calibers.
He's what?
It's calibers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to Negro. Alex is, you know what I'm saying?
This shit.
Are you going to do something with him?
Who?
Andrew.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there supporting my guy. And everybody, we got to dress up. I know it's May and it's a long time from now, but Andrew's dad, salute to Larry Legend. Larry always told Andrew that he got to wear a collar in the Garden. So if ever you've seen Andrew Schulz in the Garden, he always had a collar on. Because he said you got to show the Garden that type of respect. I feel like in May, we got to do the same thing.
So you're dressing up?
We got to, man. Real
so
Rat
does that
Pack
mean
vibes.
I'm wearing a dress or something? No, I'm going to wear some nice pants.
Yeah, ladies just be fly the way ladies be fly. The brothers should come out in collared shirts, though. I feel that. If you a real Brilliant Idiots fan, you a real Flagrant 2 fan, throw that shit on. I'm coming out real. I'm already thinking about it.
Spiffy.
Yeah, I'm going to be very Rat Pack vibes in May.
I want to call out that Charlamagne did not listen to my fashion advice for fall, winter.
No, I got coats.
Oh, all right.
I do. I got coats. I got coats. I got pea coats.
I told him that the jacket. What jacket was it that you wore that made me compliment you?
Oh, that's a brand called Legacy of Resilience.
It was a great jacket,
Yep.
and I told him that he needs to wear more jackets. Like, he's not a fashion guy. We know that.
Yes, not a fashion guy.
Jackets are a great accessory to the lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? It gives effort and it gives elevation.
Oh yeah, I love pea coats. Pea coats, shit like that. I'm all for that. The Legacy of Resilience joint was cool. It was just a motorcycle jacket for BET Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah, I literally did not expect that outfit to be worn by Charlamagne.
Really?
Because Charlamagne is just very lax. Not saying he gonna come in sweatpants, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, and yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
But it was just a look that I wasn't expecting, and I liked it. I was like, wow, he looked young, and like he didn't look like a forced outfit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was like Amiri.
Amiri.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He wore sweats to Andrew Schultz's wedding.
No, I did not.
You lying.
I was saying it was a material.
It was like joggers.
I don't remember.
It was a material.
What?
It was a very
It was like a
soft
suit pants, like a soft suit pants type, and everybody said it was sweatpants.
Oh my goodness.
That is
like breathable fabric.
That Amiri shit is funny though, because that is what old motherfuckers do when they really want to try to look young and in style.
Yes.
And it says it'd be big, bold Amiri on
monogram.
everything.
Yes.
Looking crazy as hell.
Looking crazy.
Let's do a couple more Asking Idiots and get up out of here. Oh, Jamil T. Widge says, how do you change minds of dozens or even hundreds of people to be on the same energy as you? I don't think you can, and I don't think that should be your goal. I think that you should be the change you want to see in the world, and you should always show and prove through actions and deeds in regards to, whatever energy it is you want to put out. Like, my energy don't change because of what everybody else is doing. I'm going to always be me, and I always say when you walk into a room, you got to be the energy you want to be in the room. So I'm going to always be me regardless. You know, so I'm not trying to change anybody. I feel like I feel like people will get with the vibe. You know what I mean? Like if you set a nice vibe, people will get with it. Like, I watch you in the studio sometime, Ivy, and y'all be in there and y'all all drinking, having a good time, everybody laughing, you joking. If there's that one motherfucker sitting on the couch looking like Black from Belly, then you know who the hater is, and you just weed them out. You know,
literally that. If your intention is to change people's mind, you already got it wrong.
That's right. Your intention should always be to just be yourself. Simple as that. That's the best advice we can give you, my brother. Fear God says, did you really see Prince floating? Yes. I don't know why people be acting like I'm lying about this story. This was in the old Breakfast Club building. Floating. Like levitated off the floor? Levitating off the floor. I'll never forget it. That actually sounds frightening. This is before we were syndicated. I'm talking 2011, 2012. Somebody goes, yo, Prince is in the building. Like, Prince is in the building. Prince? It's like 6 o'clock. Yo, put everything on automation. Automation. So we put everything on automation. We're going to go look for Prince. As soon as we open, remember when you used to come to the old Breakfast Club studio and you used to come in from the lobby and then it'd be right there to the right and you got to go up that little ramp. As soon as we open the door to go down that ramp, Prince with two old white women at like 6 a.m. No security, no big entourage. Why was Prince, he there? I still don't know to this day. And we like, oh shit, Prince, nicest brother in the world, walked over to us, shook all of our hands. I can't think of anything to say to Prince except for, I grew up Jehovah's Witness too. and Prince is like, oh, okay, we need to talk about that sometime. And I'm like, yo, we're going to hold you to that. We'd love to have you up here. And we asked for a picture and he was like, no, I don't want to take no pictures. Respect. As he's walking away, I had to. And I'm not even this type of person. I just snapped a picture of Prince. That picture was in my phone. Like, it's him walking away. And he had like this cape shit on. But when you're looking at the picture, you can ask Angela Yee. When you're looking at the picture, He was levitating. The cape was floating. He might have been like
maybe he was half step, like
both feet off the
he
air.
was skipping.
He was floating down the ramp. And then I'm like, yo, he's floating. Everybody's looking. The picture in my phone
Disappeared.
Black box. Straight black box. This is before Black Lives Matter. This is before anything. It was just a black box in my phone. It went black. I'm looking at it. It just went black. Period.
So Prince has magical powers.
Hey, man.
He an alien.
He's some type of wizard.
There is a question about aliens in there. There's a question on there that's like,
I
when
think I
aliens
saw that.
die.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that one. Then I'm gonna do
heaven?
one more and we out of here. Zay95. Since we know that aliens are real, when they die, do you think they go to heaven as well? Of course. I mean, if they're real, I don't know why y'all keep playing with God, and I don't know why y'all keep acting like God's, architectural skills, for lack of a better word, have a limitation on them. If heaven is the place where all living souls end up going if they do the right things wherever they are, yeah, we all gonna be in heaven having a straight up family reunion.
I feel like they would have another heaven.
Why? It's only one God.
Yeah, but
Why would they have another heaven?
because the way that they're also separated from us now.
Maybe heaven is the only place. Dolly, 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 my baby. Maybe heaven is the only place where we could all coexist comfortably without trying to kill each other. Maybe we aren't mentally, emotionally, or spiritually ready to coexist with extraterrestrials on any other plane. Dolly, 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 my baby.
Interesting.
Maybe heaven is the only place that we could all coexist together. I'm almost done. We're done in like 5 minutes. Okay. Maybe heaven is the only place we could all coexist together. We couldn't do that on an earthly plane or on another planet.
Because we're forced to be nice and be forgiving, right? In that, space.
Yeah, I think when you die and you go to if there is a heaven, because I don't know if I necessarily believe in heaven or hell, but if you do go to another dimension, you don't have any of this earthly baggage. You don't have any of this worldly
You're free.
baggage. You're free. Like a lot of the stuff that we have, the preconceived notions, the prejudices, the biases, this system created that. This earthly construct created that. So when you go to heaven and you don't have any of that, you'd be willing to accept other people that are different. You might not even look at them as different. You know what I mean? They're just there. They're just another being.
Interesting. I guess we'll find out when it's that time.
Which will be a long time from now.
Right.
Actually, it's a long time from now, but it's also a short time from now.
It is. I was going to say it's not that long.
It's not as long as you think. Pause. I think that's it, man. You got the Will Smith? Y'all got to stop doing that to Will, man. You got to stop believing everything we hear about people. God damn.
Oh.
It used to be big. It used to be Big Willie. Now it's Little Willie.
It's just Free Willie.
Damn.
Literally.
As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. Oh, Ivy, tell me where to find you, first of all.
Yes, you can find me on all social media platforms at The Ivy Rivera. That's TheIvyRivera. I'm only accepting love. Do not come with the hate. Thank you.
And as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.